Hello friends, welcome. In this video series, we are going to make a Spider-Man survival game. And you guys might have seen the demo of the game in the trailer of this video. And we are going to make that game in this tutorial series. And if you guys have been following the making of a Spider-Man game tutorial series, there might be something that would be repeated, and there might be totally new things that wouldn't be repeated, and that's totally new to you guys. So stick with me and we'll make the Spider-Man survival game together. And in this video we are going to apply a game making technique called finite state machine for making different states of the Spider-Man. And let's start. First of all, let's change the backdrop of our project. So let's click in the choose a backdrop option, and for the Spider-Man survival game I will be choosing the night city. That looks good for a survival game. And next we are going to get a sprite for making the ground. You just search here line, yeah, line line. Click it. So let's drag this red line down here, and now let's go to costumes and let's click in this red line. Next we are going to make it a little bit more wider, up to this much, and let's change the color. So I prefer a green color, dark green color, like this. Okay, that's perfect. And let's place it in the bottom part of our stage like this. So this green line will act as a ground for our game. And let's modify the sprite name. It's line, and we are going to call it GROUND, ground. And next let's get back to code, and we have a default sprite called this one, the cat sprite. Let's click it, and let's go in the costumes tab, and we have two costumes for our sprite. And first of all, let's rename our sprite. We are going to call it SPIDERMAN, Spider-Man. Yeah, and we don't want these costumes for our Spider-Man, so let's upload some of the costumes. Search, yeah, we are not going to choose a costume, we are going to upload our costume. If you want a Spider-Man costume, just comment on the video or contact me in my Discord link that I will give you, provide you in the descriptions. So let me just upload the costume for Spider-Man. So first of all, I'll just use pose 1 costume. Yeah, so this will be the default or the ideal costume for the Spider-Man. And let's delete these two costumes of the cat. So the pose 1 we have here. Let's get back to code. First of all, the Spider-Man looks very small. Let's increase the size. We'll double the size, make it 200. That's great. And let's drag our Spider-Man back in the middle part here, right in the bottom center part. Next let's go to events menu, drag a when green flag click block. Next let's go to motion menu and drag go to XY block, so that our Spider-Man will be in its initial position right here when we click on the green flag. Next let's make a variable. Okay, so let's go to variable menu, and as I had already told you, we are going to use some concept of finite state machine. So let's make a variable called state, STAT, state. Okay, so we have made a state variable. Okay, so let's grab or set my variable costume and drag it below the go to XY block, and let's select the state variable and while the Spider-Man is doing nothing, that means it is in the ideal state. So let's set the state to ideal, ideally ideal. So when it's doing nothing. And next let's go to the events menu again and drag another green flag, and this time let's go to control menu and drag a forever loop, yeah, like this. And next let's drag a if block inside the forever loop. And next let's go to the operators menu and drag a equals to operator like this. And next we are going to go to variable and drag a step variable inside the operator like this, yeah, that we just drag the equal to operator. And we are going to check if the state is ideal or not, ideally ideal. So if the state is ideal, that means let's drag this equals to operator inside the if statement like this. Next, if our state is ideal, then we are going to change the costume to this pose, okay, pose 1. So let's go to looks menu and drag a switch costume block inside here, and it will switch back to pose 1 costume if it's in the ideal state. But by default it's always pose 1 because we haven't uploaded all the costumes for our sprite or the Spider-Man. So if I click in the green flag, so we are in the state ideal, and it's the ideal pose, this one. So now let's make the Spider-Man run left and right. Okay, for that we need other costumes also. So let's go to costumes menu and let's upload other costumes. Click on the upload costume, and I have a Spider-Man running costumes inside this folder. Let me select all the Spider-Man running costumes, click open, and we have got our Spider-Man running costumes from costume 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So let's get back to code, and now let's make the running animation. For that let's go to blocks, okay, my blocks, and let's make a block, and I'm going to call this block running animation, running, running, animation. animation. So click on OK, and let's drag this define running animation block in here. And here what we are going to do is we go to looks menu and we just change the costume, do the next costume, okay. So if I just click on this define block, so look, it's going to change through these costumes, and one costume is this costume. We don't want this costume to be shown while running, okay. So let's fix our define running animation block so that it only shows the running costumes, not that this pose, yeah, the ideal pose. This pose we don't want it to be shown. So let's fix our code. Let's grab a next costume block right outside. Next we are going to go to control, and next we are going to grab an if else statement and attach it with the define running animation block. And next we are going to check if what kind of costume we have. For that let's go to operators menu and drag a greater than operator and less than operator and an or operator like this. And next let's analyze our costumes. So let's go to costumes tab. So we have got different costumes. The costume number 1 is for not for the animation, and from costume number 2 to costume number 7 it's for the running animation. So let's go to codes, and in here let's go to variables menu, and not variables menu, let's go to looks menu, go downwards, and there is something called costume number. Let's drag it. Let's drag 2 costume number blocks and drag it inside the left part of the greater than and less than operator like this, and we are going to check if the costume number is greater than how much. Let me just know if it's greater than 6. Okay, so here we are going to put if it's greater than 6, cause we have got 7 different costumes and we want to check if it's greater than 6. Okay. And next we are going to check okay, we have got both greater than operator. Let me drag it back and let's go to operator and drag a less than operator and drag the costume number block inside the less than operator, and we are going to check if the costume is less than 2. Yeah, the costume is less than 2, costume number is. And next we are going to grab each greater than and less than operator inside the OR operator like this and we are going to drag this whole OR operator inside the if operator like this, if block like this. So we are checking if our costume becomes greater than or less than 2, then we need to switch to the first costume, that means this running costume. Okay, so if our costume is 1, then we need to switch to costume number 2, and if our costume number is, for example, 7, then we need to switch back to costume number 2. So let's go to codes, and in here what do? We go to looks menu and drag a switch costume to block inside the if statement block, and we are going to switch to first costume if it's a different than the running animation or the last costume of the running animation. Okay, and next if we are inside the costume number that is between 6 and 2 or 1, we are going to just use the next costume block like this. Now let's see if we just see running animation or not. If I click in the define block, yeah, we only see the running costumes. Look, that's what we want. And now it's time for us to show the running animation. For that, let's go to events menu again and drag a when print click block, and next we are going to go to the control menu and drag a forever loop like this, and next what do? We drag an if else block, okay, like this, and let's go to sensing menu and drag a key space pressed block inside the if block like this, and instead of checking for a space key, we are going to check for right arrow. And let me just copy this if else statement like this, right click, duplicate, and place the if else statement inside else statement of the first if else statement like this. Okay, and we are going to check here for the left arrow. So we are going to run left and right, and to run, what do? We have already defined a block running animation, so we just have to go to blocks, my blocks, and drag a running animation block inside its if statements like this. Okay, so if I click on the left and right arrow, what happens? Let's see, click in the green flag, I am clicking in the right arrow, and if I click in the left arrow, so the costume is not changing, but something is happening. Yeah, so why the costume is not changing? Because we are inside this loop. Yeah, if state equal to idle, we are going to switch the costume to pose 1, but right now we are in the different type of state. So let's switch back the state. For that, what do? We go to the control menu, not control menu, let's go to variables menu and drag a set my variable block, and we are going to drag this just above the if statement of the define running animation block like this, and we are going to select state, and here we are going to assign a different state. That means it's running. We are going to write running, okay, and that's it. Now let's see what happens. If I click in the green flag, then look at that, our state has changed to running. Yeah, but even if I press on the left or right arrow, it just looks like running in the right side. Let's fix this. First of all, if I don't press any key, left or right key, then it should turn back to the ideal state. So let's fix this also. So to fix it, so here we have already checked, if it's a right arrow, then it's running animation. If it's left arrow pressed, then it's running animation. If nothing is pressed, then we are going to change the state here. Okay, drag, set my variable block in the else block like this, and we are going to select state, and we are going to place it in ideal state if nothing, no key is pressed. If no right key and left key is pressed, then it's the state of ideal. Let's see. Click on the green flag, and if I click in the right, and if I just unpress, we are in the ideal state. Okay, if I do the left also, same thing, in the ideal state if I don't press. And now let's fix the direction. Yeah, so right now if I click in the left arrow, it's running in the right place, right side also. So to fix that, we go to the motions menu and drag a point in direction block. So if it's a right arrow pressed, let's make the point in direction 90 degree if it's right arrow. But if it's left arrow, we are going to drag a point in direction block like this, and we are going to make it minus 90 degree for left arrow. Let's see what happens. If I click in the green flag, if I click in the right part, it's good. If I click in the left arrow, then it's pointing towards the left side, but upside down. Yeah, let's fix this issue also. So to fix it, we just go downwards here, and there is something called set rotation style left right. Let me just drag it, just place it above the forever loop like this, and now it's done. Let's see. If I click in the green flag, and if I click in the right side, it's good. If I click in the left side, it's learning in the left. Yeah, and the issue is that it's not running. Actually, it's just animation of running, so it's not going anywhere. Let's make it go somewhere. Yeah, left or right part. For that, we just go to the running animation block, and let's search for a move 10 steps block, and let's place it just below the set state block of running animation block like this. And now I think we are good to go. Let's see. If I click in the green flag, and now if I press in the left right part, it goes to our right side, left part left side. Now it's running. Yeah, and if I press, it's in the running state. Look in the stage, guys. Yeah, and if I just do not press any key, it's in the ideal state running, state ideal. And that's how we utilize the state variable. And there will be different states of the Spider-Man in our game. For example, right now we have ideal and running. Sometimes it will be shooting web, and sometimes it will be swinging. Yeah, so there would be different states of the Spider-Man. And for this video, this much for today's tutorial, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe my channel. It helps me a lot, and I'll see you in the next part. See you.